you're actually more likely to be a CEO of an Australian top 200 company whose name is Peter or John than be a woman. So in Australia, we live in one of the most gender segregated workforces in the developed world. And that means that most Australians don't actually experience a workplace that is gender balanced, that has an equal number of men and women. Most of our industries are either dominated by men or dominated by women. Think, for example, about the industries that we know are dominated by women: teaching, nursing, childcare, aged care. All of these professions have a really high component of emotional labour, that women's work stuff. And our old, outdated historical notions of women's work not being worth as much as a man's still apply. So those industries are paid less, yet women flock to those industries, partly because those industries have more women. So if you've got a workforce that's dominated by women, dominated by mums, for example, you have to accommodate them. So you're more likely to offer flexible work. You're more likely to offer part-time options or job share options. So more women go, oh, I'll go into that. That makes sense. But those industries are paid less. So this is what we talk about a lot in the union movement, that women dominate the low-paid jobs. The low-paid jobs, the entry-level jobs, the casual workforce. Women are more likely to have been affected by the recent penalty rate cut, for example. So you've got all these different elements working together to create this gender pay gap, which has been pretty rigid around that 17 to 23% mark in Australia for over 20 years now. We're not moving, we're not improving on this front. And when you add all those little bits together, yeah, over the course of a lifetime, the average Australian woman earns almost $1 million less than the average Australian man.